This is Scott Becker with the Becker Business and the Becker Private Equity Podcast. Today's discussion is, can Microsoft rebound? Three quick points. So here's the deal. Of the Magnificent Seven, Microsoft is down the most year to date. It's down almost 18% year to date. So I'm an investor in Microsoft directly. And so the question is, which is, by nature, I'm not I'm not an emotional person. So I'm very good at holding and not selling stocks when they're under pressure. I'm very good at keeping my line on allocation and not being impulsive. At the same time, because by nature I'm an emotional investor, I do worry, even though I try not to act on the worry. So this has forced me to look closer at, is Microsoft still worth holding? And here's the concept that you come up with when people look at where Microsoft is at and whether or not Microsoft is screwed. So here's the gist of this. The core business at Microsoft remains incredibly strong. Quarterly revenues this past quarter were up 17%. They reached almost $82 billion. Second, Azure cloud revenues, which is really the reason I invested in Microsoft to begin with, is because of their Azure strength, just like investing in Amazon because of their AWS strength, is up 39% over the last quarter, driven a lot by essentially, AI generation and what's going on with the cloud. They now generate through Microsoft Cloud almost $50 billion a quarter. So that's not a company that's in trouble. It's a company that's scaling. Now, why is its stock getting killed? Its stock is getting killed for really two reasons. First, it is putting tremendous capital spending into AI infrastructure. It has jumped its investment in AI stuff by 66%. Data centers, GPUs, and chips are costing tens of billions annually. And ultimately, investors are worried that all that spending might not justify or lead to the profits they want it to lead to. So that's sort of the question. Microsoft says it's a little bit like their early cloud build out where they did massive spending before profits. We'll see if it works or not. But revenues are still going great. Spending has increased tremendously. At the end of the day, Microsoft still is really well positioned in the AI world, in the cloud race. Azure is the number 2 cloud platform globally and still growing fast, growing 40% over the last quarter, 40%. AI is integrated across Microsoft 365, Azure, Windows, and Copilot. And they also have partnerships with OpenAI and Anthropic, diversifying its AI strategy. So at the end of the day, the bottom line is, longer term, Microsoft should be fine. It's not broken. It should be okay. I shouldn't panic and panic sell my Microsoft shares, although there's days where I think that I want to. It is what it is. Thank you for listening to the Becker Business and the Becker Private Equity Podcast. And God bless you for listening. And thank you to Chanel Bunger, our wonderful, wonderful producer. Thank you very, very much.